right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Tower. This is Season 2, Episode 3, Chains of the Past. And I am your sometimes kind storyteller, and I am here to guide these wonderful people through an adventure of mystery, intrigue, and spirits. With extra spirits this time. Currently, the channel does not have any big announcements for you, but there should be some coming up pretty soon, so fingers crossed. And for that, I will go ahead and introduce these wonderful people and let them tell you what they're up to. And we will start with Sir Monolith.
Hi, I'm at Sir Monolith on the Twitter. Not a whole lot else going on right now, but keep an eye out for things in the future. Looking forward to getting back into our pseudo T1000 story tonight.
For legal reasons, this is not the same thing. Next up, Quinn.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Quinn. You can find me on the Twitters at QSellers or the Mercenary Storyteller. I am both proud and upset at Augustus Phineas Wu Tristan for taking out a machine creature and not at the same time. We'll find out what happens with that, but he did good. He did good. I'm very proud.
Did the best he could. You know,
Best he could.
we should encourage him,
Yes.
not put him down.
Hey, you'll get him next time, buddy. You get him next time. You know.
I'm so proud.
All right, next up, Carly.
Hi, I'm Carly, at Carly Plays Games on the Twitters. Not really doing much right now except working. And I play Bonnie.
All right, and last but certainly not least, Small Shadow Snack.
Hi, I'm Mari. You can find me on Twitter at Small Shadow Snack. Or you can also find me here, where I like to annoy Ree. And tonight I am playing Elias, who is currently useless. It's okay. It's fine.
Choices have consequences. But now that our cast has been introduced, please allow me to warn everyone that the World of Darkness can be a dark and disturbing place. I have spoken with each of these wonderful people about their limits, lines, etc. So I do encourage for you at home, if you are enjoying this, to take some time to really just kind of make sure you're doing okay. If you need to take a break, feel free to do so. Mute, pause, whatever it is that needs to be done. Because at the end of the day, you should be enjoying our journey into the dark and not fearing it. Now that our warning has concluded, it's time for us to rejoin our cabal. You will find yourselves running through crowds of people, most of which are attempting to get a look at the highway accident gone wrong. There are emergency vehicles that are just now arriving on scene. You can see in the distance there is a fire that has started. You have not seen any signs of anything pursuing you for the last minute or so. Are you all fleeing in the same direction, or have you chosen to split up?
I've always heard it's good to split the party.
Allegedly, that is always the thing to do, right? I read it somewhere. I think it was Reddit, so it must be right.
If I remember correctly, us running into the crowd was for a specific reason, as to impede this machine creature's magic abilities. So I'm okay staying together as long as we're in a crowd.
Yes, that's medically accurate.
Okay. And you all are pushing through the crowd, which is becoming easier as more people are stopping, but you do see people have started to take out their phones and are recording. You figure it will become more and more difficult to stay here, and if you do not kind of take off the signs of the battle. For those of you who leapt out of the car, you have multiple pieces of your clothing have been torn or ripped because of the running onto the ground, rubbing against it. Those of you carrying a suspiciously large firearm are drawing a few eyes as you're moving, and you gather it will be eventually the cover you have is going to start to fade if you don't do something soon. Oh, you are correct. I had forgotten.
you're
You
right,
did
yeah.
use a magical ability to do that. So everything I said is true except for the gun thing. That it is not being noticed. Though you are
What gun?
fighting, it is a bit difficult to keep people from kind of bumping into you. So you're kind of forced to almost do like a football kind of, or like a bodyguard kind of thing, where you're just keeping one arm out and kind of pushing people to the side. But it is holding.
I don't like people. I just look very awkward in the crowd.
Awkward is okay. So, my question for you all: where are you heading? You do know you had to take a freeway to get to your current location, so you are not within easy walking distance of your hotel. There are plenty of businesses and things around, as well as alleyways and side streets you could attempt to duck down. It may be possible to find a sewer entrance nearby as well.
The first thing I would like to do is to see if I can spot this thing if it's pursuing us. We knew we would prevent it from using any of its magical abilities, but it may still be in pursuit. I'm hoping it took some time to recover from my boy Augustus blowing a giant hole in him. But can I see him around by chance?
You are just giving it a look-see. Roll me a perception and alertness roll. Based on the crowd, I will say... Let me just make sure this thing doesn't have any specific tricky things to do. All right, difficulty 7.
That'd be 2 successes out of 5.
2 successes. Okay. You look around and you don't see the person that gave you the Uber ride. You don't know if this machine can change its form again. You don't know if it has any additional abilities like that, but you figure it's not following you. You don't see anybody who is making a journey or a trip toward you. Everyone seems to be focused on the road and the accident you left behind.
Well, if it seems safe enough, I'll stay in the crowd, but then kind of turn to everybody else and ask, like, where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? That's a good question. Well, I mean, do we know kind of the general direction? I feel like we should try to secure a new form of transportation if we want to like get away safely. Probably something that's not an Uber, or maybe an Uber, I guess, unless somebody's good at stealing cars. Because I'm.
Is anyone questioning the fact that we ordered an Uber shortly after getting this information to travel there, and instead of getting an actual Uber, we got this fucking whatever it was that picked us up? Like, am I the only one who's concerned about that? Who else would have known? You know, is it a coincidence?
Or Dan. Yeah, I'm honestly that's not really on my mind right now. Right now I'm just kind of in like, where the heck are we going? Like, that's a good question. Elias fried the laptop, so we can't use that. Can Elias do anything with smart devices? Somebody's got like a phone.
I would have a smartphone if Elias can use it. I would also assume he has one.
Well, I have turned mine off right now. I'm pretty sure that thing could track us. So I could use your phone, but also at the same time I worry that it's just going to come right back.
Are you assuming what you did is what caused this thing to find us?
On a scale of like 1, I'm not sure, to 10, I'm absolutely sure. I'm at a 13.
Oh, well, that explains that, I guess.
Seems fairly sure. Well, then I guess maybe we should find something the old-fashioned way. Do people still flag taxis down?
I mean, if we could find a
I haven't been in LA in a while, but I mean, it seems more like a New York thing.
I've seen it in movies. I've never actually done it in real life. My character. I've actually never done it in real life either. But
A lot of taxis in LA. I
wait, no, that's not
suppose
true.
is
I've
possible.
done it. I flagged down taxis in Southeast Asia.
Are we by a street by chance, storyteller?
Yes, you can get to a street easily enough.
Do I see a taxi by chance?
You know what? Roll. I'm just gonna make this just a straight up luck thing. So just roll me a D100. If your number is like above 50, you will find a taxi.
52. Thank you very much.
Close.
52.
Close.
Like he just took a whole deck of cards and threw it in the sky.
Very close. You look around and you do find there is a taxi. It's one of those kind of older models, almost like a kind of a classical kind of tour-like thing going on. And you find there is a person who's sitting kind of against the hood, reading a newspaper of all things.
Close by, walking distance, I'm assuming, across the street.
Yeah, you'd have to cross. You'd have to cross the street, but yeah, you could be there within maybe 30 seconds to a minute.
I just point. I'm going to go over there really quick, and I will, not to draw attention, press the button, wait for the crosswalk, walk over.
You obey all traffic laws and are able to cross the street.
I am holding a
safely.
giant gun that no one else can see, but I know.
As you make your way over, you can see the person looks to be maybe in their early 40s, darker skinned, completely shaved head, and as you approach, he kind of folds the newspaper closed.
Hey, excuse me, are you on duty by chance?
You're paying? I can be.
I am paying, and I really need to get up north to this address, and I'll give him the address. We know the address of the estate, right?
All right. Come on,
Perfect.
get in.
I'll kind of wave everyone else down with Crown Vic. It'll be a tight fit, but we can squeeze in. If one of us rides shotgun, we're good.
You all can. One of you can ride up front. You are able to house your secret in my car as well. It's a little bit uncomfortable. A couple of knees are kind of squeezed together, but you manage to pull it off. And the taxi ride begins.
He's eyeballing the driver.
We're just giving him like the waiting for him to turn into a monster or something. What's the general time it's going to take from where we are? Like, because we got partway. How much further of travel do we have?
It'll take you about 20 minutes, give or take. That is what your phone is telling you. And as you scrutinize this gentleman, they seem normal to you.
I don't just scrutinize the gentleman, I scrutinize his path, because that's what kind of tipped us off on the last one. So I'm like bringing up Google Maps and like making sure he's following the appropriate route.
You see he is overall taking the correct route. He does have to kind of circle back to go around the street where you all had your encounter. But once he is adjusted for that, he seems to be going on a straight route there.
Good. Excellent.
So you all been in the city long?
We just arrived, actually.
We just arrived and we're already fending off the locals.
Yeah, it's definitely a different kind of adventure here in Los Angeles versus where we came from. It's a whole other beast, you might say.
Yeah, it takes a while, but it's better than most places. The weather makes up for it most of the time, to be honest with you. Especially when you aren't dealing with talk people or whatever.
I make the rest of this ride very awkward, as I don't want to talk to this guy at all.
Rude.
Great,
Sure.
great.
You,
Well, you guys can,
you'll-
but you know.
You make the ride as painfully awkward as you would like for it to be. Are there any things that you all wish to accomplish before you arrive?
Nothing specific to like the taxi. Not like sitting in the back doing like Ouija board sessions or casting spells. Seems like a good way to get screwed again.
Okay. Then, after a very painful 20 minutes, you all do arrive. He is forced to stop at the gates, like an outer wall to the estate. And you can see that there is a set of security guards, both are wearing kind of an all-black suit. You can see that there is a bad name badge, but it seems to be either out of view from you or just hidden kind of inside of a pocket. You can't see the name on it. I would say you all would notice that the person does carry a firearm on their right pocket, right hip, as they make their way over to you all.
Is it daytime out?
Yeah, it's about 4:20, 4:25.
Since we're talking to, you know, with kindred and stuff, these are important questions.
Well, they
The
like
sun is
they like
very
the sun.
high in the sky.
Yeah, you know. I like to get a tan as much as the next guy.
A security guard comes over and knocks on the driver's side door and kind of looks inside. Can I do anything for you all?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we're here to see Enzo.
Right. Wait here. And he turns. He walks back over to the guardsman's booth. You see, he has a conversation with the person standing there, and then they press a button on what looks to be like a intercom. Does anyone wish to do anything at this point?
I want to lean over to the driver and just say, "Keep the car running."
Like, do you know evasive driving maneuvers?
Do you ask him that? Because that could change how things goes here. Do you ask him that question?
Yes.
And I laugh sarcastically. Ha ha ha! Such a kidder.
Well, it's been a busy morning.
Roll me charisma or manipulation and empathy. See, we'll say Eric, since he wanted to kind of diffuse things a little bit. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. We'll see the atmosphere in the vehicle.
All right. I'm sorry. Charisma manipulation plus what?
Charisma or manipulation plus empathy.
I kind of have that. Okay, I'll take it. Come on, baby. Not terrible. I don't know what the difficulty is.
6.
2 successes out of 4.
Okay. You see him not quite relax, but he kind of looks between you and Oliver. Confusion on his face. Not really. But I'll be sure to take that class at the DMV next time.
I mean, if your whole job is driving, I'm just saying the more experience you have is probably what Oliver means.
Yeah, you can probably find some good videos on like YouTube or something.
Uh-huh. Right, well, I will be sure to learn next time.
Good. But no, seriously,
Wait,
keep the car running.
not GoTube. Sorry, go to BlueTube. That's right. That's right.
Bluetooth.
You don't want to go to
Bluetooths.
GoTube. That's not the one you want to visit.
Don't Google GoTube. That's not good.
As you all are
Definitely not the
having-
driving classes.
As you all are having this very unique conversation, you see a person come down kind of the front path behind on the other side of the gate from you all, and it is a woman. You can tell she seems to be Italian. She has kind of like a very long, almost 1950s hairstyle that kind of curls around her neck. You can't tell how old she is just from looking at her. She looks somewhere between maybe 30 and 50. You aren't quite sure. And she's wearing a kind of a very old, timey dress in dark gray and red with an apron along the front. And she comes over and she speaks to the two guards. And then the same guard from before comes over to you all, bends down next to the door. Right, well, you all can come in.
Well, I think, should we walk from here or can we drive up? I don't know how long the driveway is from the gate to the actual like estate proper.
You all can walk from here. We don't have vehicles inside the estate that aren't owned by a member of the house.
Got it. No problem. I'm going to look at, since I'm in the front seat, the taxis have that distance to dollar kind of meter. And I'll pay the cabbie the amount plus a generous like 25% tip.
All right.
Putting up with our bullshit. Yeah. I'm a homeowner now.
All right. You take care of the payment. Is everybody getting out?
Yes, and just in case, I'm turning my phone back on.
Okay. Your phone power's back on. All right, let me next this. Is anybody not getting out of the car? Okay. Then the cab drives off, and the guard that spoke to you settles in behind you as the gate spreads open, and you can see it's a wrought iron gate. You do see kind of in the center of it is this very nicely embellished G. It is designed so that way kind of the G will is in the center of the two gates, and then it kind of separates as the gates open. And you all are led inside. The woman is standing and waiting for you. And as you approach, she smiles. Hello, it says you weren't expecting anyone to come by today. Did you schedule a meeting?
No, unfortunately we did not. We just got Enzo's. We were at Hollywood Forever not too long ago. We know he's, more his nephew has a very successful business, and we recently had a lost friend that we're hoping to get a special for.
Oh, well, sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Ordinarily, these things would be done through, the computers, but, I suppose we can take care of things today. You've come so far. And she does begin to lead you all towards the main house. Now you can see it, it is a very large 3-story house. It seems to be in a bit of a kind of Italian architecture, but it's also clearly been modernized in parts. It's almost like a weird combination of the two. Are you all doing anything as you walk?
I would be rude not to.
Go ahead. Sorry, Oliver, did you want to do something?
Oh no, I thought I heard him say, "Are you all going to follow them along on the walk?"
Oh,
And I was
are we
like,
going
"Of
to do
course."
anything along the walk as we follow?
No, I mean, probably keep quiet and listen and try to pay attention to the area, since we're concerned that this might be there might be some funny business going on here. Although fairly sure there won't be too much obvious, in public anyway.
So she's escorting us into the building.
Yes.
So I would like to keep an eye out for certain things that I've seen in movies, like, you know, blackout curtains and, you know, just decanters of blood laying around. I don't know, you know, just things that would seem off.
Yeah, you know, it's
Yeah.
the usual, right?
The usual, yeah.
Well,
Manservants with
you-
chains on their necks, you know, the normal stuff.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, well, you enter the main building and you do not find anything as, we'll say, interesting as manservants or decanters of blood or anything like that. You do notice
yeah.
that the curtains here are very ornate. They seem to be thicker than what you'd find in other places. You aren't sure if they are specifically blackout curtains, but you do think they could probably keep out a good amount of the sun.
Are they
You do
drawn
find-
open to let the sun in?
No, they are
so they're
they
closed.
are closed. Yes. You do find that the centerpiece of the room is this kind of very large candelabra that's hanging down. You find that there are no candles. It seems to have been modernized that way. It has that candle shape, but it is actually a small glass that is kind of just giving off a orange light to it. And there, towards the back of the room, is a single staircase that splits off into two directions. The woman turns to you all. Well, I will call for someone to discuss business with you all. You all are welcome to make yourselves comfortable. And she does gesture to an area that is a small sitting room with kind of black leather couches. And there's a single kind of wooden table that seems to be made out of either a very durable dark wood. Well, I don't think any of you have the expertise of different types of wood, so I will spare you too much detail there. And she goes and she leaves and heads up one of the two staircases. And you all are left in the room with two security guards. The one is the one that followed you in, is standing close kind of to that main door. And there is another one that is standing at the top of the stairs that the woman has gone up.
I kind of want to talk to the woman a little bit more, but I'll go to a security guard and just ask him nonchalantly, like, "Oh, so how long have you been working here?"
He looks
Talk
at
to the
you
guy
for
we
a
met at the
moment.
gate. Yeah.
He looks at you for a moment. A couple of years.
If I, just between us, I hear Enzo's nephew took over the business, which is why we're here. But I suspect Enzo taught him everything he knows. Do you know Enzo well?
I don't know much about the family, but they play well.
Like really well, or
Well enough.
Play well. What do you mean, like play chess well, or?
Pay
pay?
well.
They pay well. It's
Oh, sorry, you're gonna get this wax out of my ears. We had a busy morning, and it's just been all over the place.
Right. Oh, feel free to take a load off.
Do you guys get much visitors coming to the home?
Not without forewarning.
Right, but business is conducted on the grounds, yes?
From time to time for very important
We assumed,
individuals.
but I didn't want to, impose too much, but glad to hear that we're not overburdening anyone with our presence.
Forgive me, who did you say it was that passed?
A friend of ours.
Of all of yours?
A very important friend of ours.
I see. All right.
Yeah, we trying to keep it on the hush hush, but nevertheless, this individual deserves only the best, which is why we're here.
Hopefully something can be done for you and your friends.
I'll say thank you and take a seat and wait for someone to return.
Okay. Elias, your phone seems to be fine.
No weird like somebody's tracking it or anything.
Not that you can tell. Seems normal.
He puts it back in his pocket.
Okay. And Carly, what are you doing?
I'm not in the scene because I wasn't here the last session we were here.
Yes, during the time that you would have been that you were gone, Carly was assisting the group. So unless there was something that you wish to do differently, you can still have joined everyone here. So was there something you wish to do differently?
We did assume you were with us. You're the one who provided the Ouija board because we just assumed you
Oh,
always traveled with one.
You're the one who said
Um,
this Uber ride's probably not a good idea, but we just didn't listen.
then
So for the three of you who are still waiting on this meeting, is there anything else you wish to do?
Well, if Bonnie's not with us, I would message her, like, just filling her in on where we are, just in case the worst happens. Someone knows where we are.
Okay. Your message goes through without any issues. As
What does the
you
message
all
say? I'm curious.
I would let Bonnie know that we are at an estate, and the owner's name is Enzo. And, don't trust any Uber drivers. So just the broad stroke basics. We left the hotel on our way here. I'm not going to go into details of what happened with the first Uber driver. Just don't trust Uber drivers. Take a cab.
Probably safe, since I think you already were under the assumption that we got found out or in that position because of Elias being found out trying to do the electronic stuff, right?
Okay. All right. So, as you all are finishing up your messages, a man begins to make his way towards you. He is wearing a suit, though his build is a bit spindly, scrawny, not unhealthily so, but it's very clear that the suit he's wearing was not sized for him, so it looks much bigger on him, which makes him kind of look even smaller. And he approaches. You can tell he looks American to you, kind of blonde hair, messy, dark blue eyes. Hello.
I'll stand up as he enters. Yeah.
I'm told you all have some business that you'd like taken care of.
Yes, we need some arrangements made and perhaps a custom job done, if it's possible, and post haste and quietly, if that is something that you guys cater to.
Of course. Well, let's begin with the basic details. Where is the remains?
Close by. we can have the remains delivered if needed, but we were hoping that a plot can be purchased in an area that is secluded and a particular coffin be constructed with some customizations.
Of course, we can create a coffin without issue. You'll have to speak with the prospective funeral home and to discuss any specific plots or anything like that. What were you looking to have?
Well, if I may ask, sir, what's your name?
Tony.
Tony. I do apologize, Tony. We were hoping to speak with Enzo or his nephew directly.
Yes.
Feel a little uncomfortable not knowing who you are.
Enzo's currently in a business meeting. But I am Tony Milliner. It is my job to take care of the more day-to-day operations.
Understood. Well, we don't mind waiting if Enzo will be a while.
If you would like to speak with him, you would need to return in a few hours.
What general time is it?
About let's say it's approaching about 4:40 now.
So you're saying return at nighttime?
I assure you, I am more than capable of taking care of whatever it is you may need.
I'm sure you are more than capable, sir, but we would prefer to speak to Enzo directly. I've all the time in the world. If you prefer, if we return in a few hours, I can do that. Looking at the group for acceptance.
In that case, will you please return in about 5 hours?
Well, I suppose we should find a good coffee shop nearby then, Herrick.
I suppose so. Nevertheless, we want the best. And if it takes 5 hours to get it, it's a price we're willing to pay. Very well. We appreciate your time and letting us into your home and your hospitality. We will return in 5 hours, you said.
Of course.
Very well. May we see our way out, or?
I will have, and as he looks over, the guard that guided you up here before makes his way up to each of you. I will take you all out of the estate.
Thank you very much for your time, and I'll follow the guy out.
All right. And you all are led back to the other side of the wrought iron gate. And I'll leave things to you all. What would you like to do?
Well, now that we have 5 hours, we could definitely get Bonnie here. So I'll relay this information to Bonnie. As we spoke with Enzo's lackey. He told us to return in 5 hours. We are going to wait around the corner or find a coffee shop nearby. Feel free to join us.
Send a car for Bonnie. Send a Delamain.
Send a Delamain. I don't think we're that far in the future.
But you're rich, I thought.
I mean, I have some resources now, but hardly rich.
Okay. All right. It'll be a decent walk for you all to get back to a more business area, but you all begin your journey, And I think now would be a great time for us to take our break for the evening. So, we will be back in, we'll make it an even 18 minutes. Yes, because I like round numbers. And then we'll see where this story goes for all our young mages and see what trouble they can get themselves into.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Everything's fine.
All right, welcome back to our Mage the Ascension campaign. We are going to be rejoining our group as they manage to find themselves in a very, not small, but a very kind of, it's what high society people would use as kind of a meeting place. It's very small and it's clearly not designed for you to be in for a long period of time, but it looks very chic and cultured. And you find your way inside. It looks to be like a small coffee shop. And I'll leave things to you all.
Well, I sent off the text to Bonnie already, so I'm hoping to get a return text back at some point. But otherwise, I just take a big exhale, like, well, that didn't go according to plan, but we're still alive. So I'll take that as a win.
Definitely beneficial. Yes, I would say so.
So what fully is the plan?
Well, I don't know if you were there with me, but clearly I'm just making this up as I go.
Oh Lord.
You know,
Right.
I do that. I do that quite often. 60% of the time, it works every time.
60% of the time, all the time.
That's right.
We're just looking for the fetter, right? Do you have any idea what it might be?
So look through my notes. I don't think we know exactly what the fetter is, just that he has one. Is that correct, Ree?
That is correct. You do not know what fetter this person has. You know it is connected to your lost love.
I suspect I'll know it when I see it. That's the reason I would like to speak to Enzo directly.
But assuming he would have it on his person.
Well, one step at a time, I suppose.
Well, it doesn't look like they're tracking my phone, so I should be able to use this for some things. I need a new laptop, but
Can we like limit it to like legal, normal person things, as to not draw the attention to outside entities?
or
You know, mistakes happen. You know,
we let them take care of the problem and we just go back in and grab the goods.
Do some magic with your phone that's going to cause the attention of these people, and then leave the phone there.
I should probably get a burner phone.
Even better.
I'm going to call someone and see if I can't get a little bit more information about your ghost situation.
I mean, she's my love of my life, but sure, ghost situation too, I guess works.
And I'm gonna call my mentor.
All right. You dial up the number, and at first there isn't any connection. There isn't any. You don't even get that dial tone sound.
She's forwarded me
just,
voicemail.
but just before you hang up the phone, there is a voice. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Mom.
Oh, wonderful!
Hey,
It is
Mom.
working. Yes. What can I do for you?
Sorry.
I had a question. So a friend of mine, we are on a small adventure in regards to recovering an item of a deceased loved one of his that is very specific, but he can't remember what it is.
not a memory. It's not a memory thing. So it's not...
Is this one? If this one of your memory puzzle games, I don't care for those.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I don't really want to say anything to over the phone. They've already got me once today. Your spooky business.
Oh. Hmm.
Just
Oh, I
wondering how
see.
to more accurately find it.
Well, there are ways to find such things. I suppose if you're searching for a specific one that could make things trickier, I would recommend simply scanning for significant things in relation or into a particular location. I do have devices that can do that for you, but if someone would come and visit me more often, that could be taken care of, but...
Mom, every time I go over to the house, Father starts lunching on about some ridiculous artifact he is working on, and I fall asleep.
Father takes great effort into his creations, and some of them are quite effective. But it doesn't... Where are you at the moment?
Los Angeles somewhere?
Oh, dear, you're in LA, of course. That explains many things.
I don't want to be here. It's hot.
Yes, it is rather warm in that section of the United States. It would take some time for me to send you anything at this distance, but I could. When do you need to find this thing?
4 hours and counting.
Yes, that could be an issue. Do
Could
you have
you
an
just
idea?
like...
Do you have an idea of where it is by chance?
Oh, yes, we are purposely... we are under the impression it is being held by a very big leech.
Something you kids are saying that doesn't mean anything to me.
Dracula, Mama, Dracula.
Oh. They don't play very well with technology. Oh, well. That does make things a bit more complicated.
Any guidance? We just want to find it and leave. Like that's it. We just want to get it and go right back home. Preferably, I would love to be at my house in the next 12 hours.
Alright, well, have you had this item before?
He cannot remember. He can't figure out what it would be.
Not that I don't remember. I don't know what it is. I just know that it's...
Hold on, Mom. Let you talk to him. Call her
Hi,
doctor.
Mom. Hi, Mom.
No, call her doctor. He just hands the phone over.
Hi, Dr. Mom.
Hello.
So I'm looking for an item. Elias says you may be help. This item is connected to a very dear friend of mine.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. We have a minor tech issue. We'll be right back. I believe we were in the middle of a attempt to gain new information about the undead. So what was your question again, Eric? Hold on, I can't hear you. Say that again.
Oh yeah, I can't hear you either.
Testing. There we go.
There we go.
All right, okay, you're back.
Yes, we're looking for an object connected to a person very close to me.
could make things easier. Would you have seen this item before?
I know it is a personal item of this person, but not what the item is.
All right.
I suspect I know generally where it is too, if that is helpful.
Oh, well, that is very helpful. Let's see. I suppose you would need to search for any signs of that individual's. Oh, what do you all call them? Auras? I think that's what the young are calling them.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not really into that either. So,
It
yeah, I get
effectively
kids these days.
It effectively counts as your fingerprint, and all living things have them, and technically some spirits do as well. If you've seen the person whose item you're searching for before, then you should be able to find it again. Doing that, I could send you all a device that could do that, but it would take a bit of time for me to get it sent to you.
Yeah, we need it like really soon.
All right, give me some time. I will see what I can do. Please put my darling child back on the phone.
Yes, right. And I'll just hand the phone back.
Yes. Hello, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
That was Eric. I do believe you remember him from wedding number 2.
Oh, yes. Charming. Very chipper for the Vanatoy. Anyway.
For one of yours, yes. It's so I don't exactly have a location currently, but I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. I don't know.
I'm a
Also,
bit
be
too
very-
far for my direct interference, but I can send you all something that can do the searching for you. It appears time is of the essence, but I can take care of it.
Something discreet. I've already had a run-in with a particularly grumpy cab driver that wasn't a cab driver that may have also been able to turn into metal goo.
I don't know what that means. Is that a reference?
I will fully explain when I get home. So just be careful.
I should be fine. Oh, I will have it sent to you. Do you have... No, I imagine not in Los Angeles. You all have mailboxes to somewhere. You can buy one of those, right? You can rent one?
A P.O. box?
Yes.
Yes, I can go rent a P.O. box, Mother.
Wonderful. Send me the information and I'll have something sent there.
Can do. Thank you very, very much.
Of course. But you should be sure to come and visit.
I will. As soon as I get home. Goodbye. I love you.
I love you as well.
Thanks, Mom.
She's gonna adopt you. You keep talking like that to her.
She's a sweetheart.
We need a P.O. box so she can send us the item.
A P.O. box. Can she get it to us in 4 hours?
I'm not questioning my mother. She is a doctor, so I'm pretty sure she can.
Can't she just deliver it to the hotel that we're staying?
He's gonna text her the hotel we're staying at. Will that work? Question mark.
Things get delivered to hotels. I'm just saying, it's an address.
True. It's
I
true.
don't know if it's just gonna not like pop up.
I can ship stuff to people's hotels when they're on vacation, so.
And you receive a message. Room number?
Room number? I can't.
303.
It's 303. I slept since then. She'll text 303 and send the hotel address.
I'm going to be right back while you guys do that. I have to take care of something real quick.
Sure. Since we have 4 hours, we could we could make it back to the hotel, spend a couple hours there, and come back. Plenty of time.
So then I assume y'all will be making your way back to the hotel.
But
Are you-
using a cab that we find on the streets, not an Uber.
No, not another.
We
You
will
are
not use any
able to-
electronic devices to find transportation.
You are able to find. It takes you a bit more time, but you're able to find some more taxi cabs that can take you where you need to go. Is there anything you all wish to do as you are making your journey?
Keep an eye out for anybody who looks like they're about to turn into metal goo.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
You keep your eyes peeled for such strange activities, and oddly enough, you don't find anyone doing that.
Don't know whether them not showing up again is a good sign or a bad one.
Let's just take our blessings where we can get them. Something about gift horses and mouths, you know. I will be equally as awkward to the next cab driver, by the way, all the way back to the hotel.
Oh, good
Y'all
lord.
are being very awkward in all of your car rides. You all are being as awkward as you can be. And
I look like I'm holding
assume-
nothing, but I'm actually holding my rifle.
Okay. You also have your invisible weapon.
Like, this is my rifle,
So-
this is my gun.
It takes you about 45 minutes to return, getting through traffic and the like, but nothing happens on your journey, and you are able to reach your hotel without any issues. Is there anything y'all wish to do before we shift to this evening?
Gonna spend some time fully disabling my laptop and taking it apart.
Okay. You
Did you blow
dismantle
that thing
it.
up?
Dismantle the entire thing.
It is in many pieces.
He's going to take like one of those extra trash bags that you find in the hotel rooms and put the pieces inside of it. But he's gonna take anything that's like his hard drive, the important stuff, and put it in like a little bag he's got in his bag. Just like throwing the other parts out and keeping the important stuff.
The hard drive and the memories, the things you don't want to keep anymore. It's better just start over.
Putting it in a bag so I can salvage it later.
You might want to also like wrap it in like tin foil. I hear that works. Make your own like little Faraday cage.
I would have to go to the corner store.
Wait, you know Faraday?
I know of Faraday. Yes.
Thought he was still in hiding.
You all are able to make as many trips to your neighborhood stores as you would like to arrange the various protections for Elias's computer as you can imagine. About 3 hours later, 3 hours into your wait, you all find a box about the size of a basketball is sitting on the dresser in the hotel room.
Just sitting on the dresser that in the room that we're in, and no one came in to deliver it.
Yes.
Well, that's disconcerting. Okay.
Told you she was gonna make it pop up.
Check out for white powder.
I could have been doing anything in this bed. I'm just saying.
Like
saying.
what?
Like cleaning my rifle,
Yeah.
polishing my rifle, you know.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, I finished that an hour or two ago. So
It's never a bad time to polish your rifle.
that's what I'm, see, this guy gets it.
I'm about to jump out the window.
I go pick up the box. What's in the
All right.
box? What's in the box?
But as you open the box, you find a very nice looking porcelain doll. It looks to be a young woman in kind of like a very old, almost Salem-esque dress from the old America. And she has 2 button eyes and then a mouth that is only partially sewn shut.
So it's creepy. It's a creepy porcelain doll.
That is
I pick it
that
up.
is a value judgment.
I look at it and I just slowly turn to Elias like, what the?
She's part of your tradition. This is all on you. I don't know what that thing is. No, Mom, you're British. Why does it look New England?
My tradition's life and death and circles, and I don't know what that has to do with porcelain, but creepy dolls.
Neither do I.
Everybody's always with the costumes.
She did have a
Oliver
big
says
group.
with a big white frill. As a,
Yeah. I examine the doll for anything that will make this useful.
So, you look over. You do see that the mouth can be opened. I would say, roll me a intelligence and occult check, since this is since as far as you know, this is an item from your tradition, so you can figure out how you are supposed to use it.
So that's 5 dice. Do I want to do? What's my difficulty?
7.
Can I use a quintessence to make that 6?
No, this isn't a magic roll. This is
Oh, it's not a magic.
an
Oh, okay.
intelligence.
Yeah, I'll just roll. We'll just see what happens. 7. Yes, yeah. 2 successes.
Okay. So
Nine
you
out of
have
10.
encountered dolls before. Based on what you've requested, you figure that you probably have to put something inside of the doll, and then the doll will alert you when you come across another thing similar to the first thing.
I think I have to insert something into the doll.
like what?
I mean, I hope it's what I think it is. And I'm going to take out the Jessica's ring, which we used, right, to make contact. I'm going to put the ring in the doll's mouth and kind of finish closing the mouth a little bit so it stays in there.
As you place the ring inside, you watch as the string that had been partially sewing the mouth shut finishes the process, and a moment later the doll's mouth is completely sewn shut, and you see the buttons that had been the eyes begin to unfasten, and a moment later they fall off.
So it sewed its own mouth shut, and then his eyes fell out.
That is correct.
I dropped the doll on the table, and I find the nearest salt, and she started throwing her mush. Oh, Jesus!
Elias is just texting his mom like, couldn't you have just sent us Annabelle instead?
Right? There's so many other ways this could have gone. Just, and after I get the heebie-jeebies out, I'll go back up and pick up the doll.
All right. It is the same as when you dropped it.
Just eyeless now.
Mm-hmm.
I bring it up to my face, and I'm like, I stare at the eyes. Like, no, nothing. No.
You forgot the keyword. It's ears looking at you, kid.
Hey, he was looking at you, kid.
Anything? Huh? Huh?
No,
Oh,
nothing.
Nothing
man.
happened.
I tried.
Could have sworn that was going to work.
I'm gonna give the doll to Elias. I'm like, it's your mom's. You figure this.
It's
Do-
really your tradition. You deal with spirits. I deal with technology.
This is really a Bonnie thing. Like, I'm looking. The more I look at this, it's more of a Bonnie thing.
Yes. No, this is perfect for her. Oh, I don't know why it has to be creepy.
Let's see, what can I do for this thing?
Elias, your phone rings.
Yeah.
Checks to see who it is first.
Please be mom.
It is your mother.
Oh, hello, Mom. Thank you very much for the for the gift.
Well, we really needed something that would help us.
I'm pretty okay. Hold on. Here is Eric. They just
No,
hands it
don't.
over.
Hi, Dr. Mom. Thanks for the
Oh.
doll.
You are welcome.
Yep, its eyes fell off, and I did not do that. It did that itself. Just to be clear.
As I am told that is what is supposed to happen. It should
Well, then
notify you.
everything's going according to plan then.
Aha. It is a gift from a friend of mine. But they say that it should notify you once you come across something similar to the thing you've placed inside of it. So go and find whatever it is you're looking for.
Does this have a general range that I should be considering? Like, I mean, how close to this object do we need to be here?
It work within the same room. I'm afraid I don't know any meters or direct translation, nor do I fully know how to translate meters into feet for you all, but roughly a room should work.
Very well. I will take this doll with me back to the estate. I'm sure that won't be weird at all.
Well, I wish you all good luck.
Thanks, question mark, and I hand the phone back to Elias.
All right. So is it going to make like an ear-piercing scream? What sort of alert are we talking about?
No, I'm told it's a bit more subtle than that. Unfortunately, I don't know. I've never actually used it. Dolls were never really my personal forte, but she was a good friend of mine, and I kept it for these years.
It wasn't like Auntie, was it?
No.
Oh,
Someone
good,
from
good.
when I was much younger.
But we're going to talk about this when I get home. We appreciate this, and we are going to go and find this item. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. And tell Dad I said hi.
Of course, love you as well. Good luck to you and your friends.
Thank you. He's gonna hang up.
So I guess I'll just hang on to this then as I hold this weird porcelain doll.
Oh, let me see if I can put it in my bag.
Yeah, that's probably best.
Putting it in his backpack. Or his messenger bag. Got a messenger bag.
All right. You have your doll. Is there anything you all wish to do before you return to the estate?
I had come from the chantry with a bag myself. I'm going to grab that too and take that with me.
All right. Are you all bringing the still invisible weapon?
Boy, I really want to. No, I'm going to leave it in the hotel. And I'll leave a note on there for Bonnie. Because she won't be able to see the weapon. I don't know how long invisibility lasts. Is it like for
I would
everything?
say it wouldn't have been that long. I don't think you would have been enough to test it. So it should be ending soon. But we'll see.
Okay, while it's still invisible, I'll just put a sticky note like over it, so it's like hovering off of the bed a little bit.
Sure.
Just in case, I'll write on the note, leave it there.
Okay. All right, and you all are able to find another taxi, and after a short while, you find yourself being led back in to the estate. Is there anything you all wish to have taken care of before you arrived? Okay. All right. Then you all are led into a different meeting room. This is a formal room. It is kind of in the upper right of the entire building. It is a single room. It has no windows, but it does have a kind of a strong oak wooden desk with a total of 12 chairs kind of sitting around it, almost like a boardroom style. There is the large portrait of a man who you don't recognize. They seem to be older. You think maybe 60 or 70. Very, very nice suit, though it seems to be a bit out of fashion based on today's requirements. You can tell that they are Italian in descent. And they seem to be almost staring at you as you enter. The eyes don't seem to move, but you can't get over this feeling of being watched. You all are offered seats.
Painting at my mother-in-law's house of Jesus that follows you everywhere. Bit
Yes. Are we left in the room alone, or
There are 2 guards standing in the room.
are they within earshot?
If you speak low, you don't think so, but they are within the same room.
So I'll just lean over to Elias. Is it doing anything yet?
He's gonna kind of look, flip his back open to pretend like he's digging for something, and check the doll.
No, it seems to be the same.
And he'll pull out his phone. No, there's no text message. He's gonna put it back in.
Well, it's really important message we're waiting for. So please let me know as soon as we get word.
Well, you know how long it takes to get messages back to family when somebody has died. Time zones and all of that.
Is this room that we're in now, this is a different room than the first room we were in. Is it still on the first floor?
No, it is on the second.
Second floor. Can I do my same kind of taking a look around a little bit?
Sure. Roll me perception and alertness.
I think that's 5. We'll check. Yes, it is. Difficulty?
6.
2 successes.
Looking around, everything seems to be normal. It looks to be like some kind of just simple meeting room. You don't notice anything unusual about it. The walls seem to be sturdy. Very nice looking.
Well, now I'm just feeling a little disappointed. This guy is so normal. It's starting to hurt.
Seems uninteresting. All right. As you all are waiting, the door opens, and a man who looks to be maybe in his mid-30s, with slightly tanned skin, enters. He has a very nice dark navy blue suit on, with a very nice kind of white tie going down the center. He looks at each of you, and there is something about his gaze that makes you uncomfortable. It's almost like a instinctual reaction to seeing him. And as he enters, Eric, you notice around his neck is a medallion. And you recognize the medallion because it was given, you gave it to your fiance a few years ago. Does this kind of ornate golden trim and the actual the medallion portion of it looks like a picture book. And as he sits down, you can almost feel that someone else is watching you at the moment. You're not sure from where, and it doesn't feel painful, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It's almost reassuring. Nice. Are you watching the doll?
Yes, he kind of like reaches in just to like pull his phone back out to like check it again to see if there's a text message.
As soon as the man enters, you see the doll's face begin to change. The string that had been previously stitching the doll's mouth closed has come completely undone, and it has opened its mouth in almost like a silent word. Only when you see it, the mouth and two eyes have been replaced with this kind of dark emptiness.
Mum says she'll try to make the funeral.
Yeah, I don't need mom now. Thanks though.
Well, I'll tell her you said that.
See, I was imagining the doll was gonna be obnoxious. It's like the gingerbread man from like Shrek. It pops out of it, it like wakes up and pops out of the bag. It's like, there's that object you're looking for right there. I'm glad it
And
was.
looks at you. I'm told you all had something to speak to me about.
Are you Enzo?
Yes.
I must say you look great for your age.
Thank you.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
He said he looked like he was in his 30s, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy who owned a business like 60 years ago, and now his nephew's running a business, successful business out of it. Like, I was expecting like a 60 or 70-year-old. Yes, we are looking for a very unique coffin be made for a very influential person of ours, and was told that your nephew may be able to assist us with that. But I came to the conclusion that he may have learned all he could from his mentor, you. So I thought I might go directly to the source of the greatest craftsman that I would expect to find.
Yes. I have heard that you all are in need of a coffin. Tell me more.
Without getting into too many details, I hear discretion is something that you all cater to. I'm looking for a particular piece, almost 7 feet long, with red velvet interior, black, and inlaid with gold. I know this item might take some time and maybe costly, but nevertheless, it was his wishes.
That can be done. How much are you looking to spend?
Price is of no object. It just needs to be done right.
And when would you want it taken care of?
The sooner the better, but I do understand that this craftsmanship, if done right, would take time. What would you assume be a reasonable amount of time for this work to be completed?
For your specific Request for about 2 weeks.
I think that is within reason. Very well. And the cost of such an item?
I will have an invoice sent to you once I have procured all the necessary resources. Where are you staying?
We are staying not far from Hollywood Forever. I don't give him the specific location, but general. Like, I don't give him the name of the hotel, but about 45 minutes south of here. Close by, temporarily.
I see. And who is this person to you all?
Not blood, but a father figure to us all, as I'm sure you are to many others.
And your companions here are in agreement?
Of course, Eric knew him best.
Indeed.
Very well. Is there anything else?
I do not believe so, but if I may give you my number so that you can keep me up to date with its progress. And of course, once it's done, and any other correspondence there within be needed. Do you have a piece of paper or a card, perhaps?
He gestures to one of the guards who steps forward and hands you a small laminated card. And you see him reach for the medallion around his neck, and he kind of opens the picture book and looks down at it for a moment.
That's quite the amulet you have there. May I ask where you procured such a fascinating item?
It was a gift from someone who owed me a debt.
Oh. Well, it must have been quite the debt.
All debts are equal.
I don't know if I'll agree with you on that. But very well. Guys, I want to get that amulet. Yeah, I want to do bad things.
Just don't let them know what you want. Otherwise, that raises the price.
Well, he did say it would be 2 weeks. I don't believe we should keep him any longer.
Is there a chat that Ree's not in so we could
Why not?
I mean, you could just send it to the people besides Ree if you wanted to hide it from him for some reason.
Oh, it's fine. I'm sure he won't kill me out of spite.
Spite's a strong word.
You know what? I'm just going to leave it to chance if that's all right. Equivalent of a willpower roll. I keep my composure.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Very well. Well, then I would hope you'll be in touch.
I have a few show models in the basement if you'd like to see them.
Well, to be honest, that's more of a privilege. It's an honor to see. These are personal items that you've crafted yourself.
More or less, they are models of our more famous coffins. Not quite as done up as those, but it would give you an idea of what we create.
I would very much like to see that. Thank you again for your hospitality. You've been a gracious host.
He stands up. Follow me.
And I will grab my pack and follow him out.
Nothing bad can come from this.
I'm sure he's not going to go take us to the basement to kill us at all.
Nothing bad. Absolutely nothing bad.
You all are led down a set of stairs that lead towards the very back of the estate. And as you are making your way down the stairs, you see the two security guards that had been with him file in behind you. You are led to a very large kind of stone doorway. Clearly, as you enter this section of the house, this seems to have been not updated to a more modern version. It seems to be old, outdated, still together. You all are led down a winding staircase. Do you do anything?
Such a nice place you have here. So much bigger than I originally it looked like from the outside.
I prefer to keep things understated.
The death business seems to be doing really well for you. And I
Well,
mean
you
that
know-
as the biggest compliment.
Well, I mean, Eric, it's the smartest business to get into because, people will always be dying, right?
That and family criminal law, yes.
I don't quite know what you mean by that, but I'll just have to agree.
There'll always be families and there'll always be criminals. So just like there'll always be death and there'll always be taxes.
Yes.
As you all are
Oliver's like,
having,
"Boo."
as you all are having this conversation, you reach the bottom of the stairs, and you notice that this area seems to be much colder in feeling, and that feeling of being watched grows more powerful. You can almost feel it on the backs of your necks. You all are led into a large room, about maybe twice as big as the meeting room you were in. There are, what looks to be 5 different coffins kind of spaced throughout the room. They all seem to be in that kind of basic square shape, though you see some are made out of wood, a few are made out of kind of a polished stone. And there's one that seems to be very done up and kind of lacquered over the top. Do you see anything you like?
I'm assuming there's quite a few like floor models, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Would you mind if we take a gander?
Not at all. Take your time.
And I'll slowly kind of move my way through the coffins, take a night at each one of them. But ultimately, I'd like to open one up so it kind of blocks view, and I want to pull out my notepad, draw a couple runes, squeeze it in my hand, and I want to sense life and potentially sickness and or misfortune with life and entropy if I could. Basically seeing if I can sense Enzo and or his two bodyguards. See where I'm going with that?
Sure, this won't go horribly wrong.
Sure. All right. This is a perception effect. So the base difficulty will be 4. How the difficulty increases to 7 for reasons.
For reasons. Shit. Okay.
Hashtag reasons.
So this is just a straight arete roll. But now I can use quintessence to.
You certainly could.
You said difficulty 7.
Mm-hmm. Base
So
difficulty 7. You could spend up to 3 points of quintessence to bring it down to a 4.
I'm going to use 2 to bring it down to a 5, if I may.
Works.
And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to burn a willpower too. Good. I really needed that willpower. 2 successes.
You notice there are clear life signs coming from all 3 of them. The 2 bodyguards definitely seem to be alive, but there is something off about Enzo. It's difficult to notice, but it's off.
So that was with entropy as well. Do I notice anything other than just the life or not?
There's clearly some death as well, but it's intertwined for an Enzo in a way that you haven't seen before.
Okay. Not the result I expected. Interesting. I'm assuming they're not like following us through the coffins. They're just keeping an eye on us from a distance.
I'm just watching you.
So as we're walking, I'll kind of like under my breath tell Elias and Oliver, like, the guy totally seems alive. I wasn't expecting this.
Why not? Why wouldn't you be expecting him to be alive? I tell you, Eric, you're so paranoid these days.
You're so funny, Oliver. I like this one. This is very interesting. Ooh, it's good silk on the inside. Yes, very nice. What's the nicest coffin in here?
The one furthest away from the door. It still seems to be made out of wood, but it seems to have been painted a deep black, and it seems to have kind of gold bands going through it as well.
It's almost exactly what I was looking for. What's this one run by chance?
About $3,000.
And I open it up. What's the inside look like?
It is white on the inside. Looks to be maybe silk. You aren't sure.
No, unfortunately, not quite what I was looking for. As I'll close the casket. The craftsmanship in here is top notch, but I am looking for something a little above and beyond.
Rude.
Hey, it's my money. Is it your money, Oliver? No, it's not. Jeez. I think he'll respect that a man. I want what I want. I'm sticking to my guns.
Remind me again just what you are here looking for.
A custom piece of art is what I'm looking for. Not just a coffin, not just some box to be buried 6 feet under, but something that can be dug up centuries from now, and it would resemble, digging up a pharaoh, someone of importance. Not that these aren't very nice coffins, just not what I'm looking for.
All right. I will see what I can do for your exact requirements.
Yes, these gold bands are very nice, but I'm looking for intricate details, almost filigree of gold throughout the entire coffin.
All right.
If there's nothing else, guys,
Perhaps we should leave.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't feel the need for anything else, then I will trust your judgment.
thank you, Oliver.
Hasn't led us astray yet.
Right, you are.
Definitely have to recommend this place to all of my friends. This is if I was whenever I'm buried, I would like to be buried with something from here. This place is fantastic. And I just keep going on about it as we're leaving.
We'll make our way towards the exit.
Wonder if they do urns. All of my family gets cremated.
I'm sure they have urns.
And you all are able to make your way back to the exit. No one stops you.
Yeah, if we're not interrupted, we'll go all the way back to the street and make our way down the road away from the estate before I talk openly.
All right. You all are able to leave. That feeling of being watched fades. And before too long, you all find yourselves walking in the street. Well, not in the street, walking away from the estate at night.
We'll head back to that fancy coffee shop down the road before.
Sure.
Funny,
Still
nice
open.
guys. And as soon as we get in there, I go, the amulet, right on his neck. That son of a bitch had Jessica's amulet on his goddamn neck.
He did say something about a debt. Do you know if she knew him at all?
She had no debts. Why would she have any debts? He's clearly lying through his teeth. Also, if he was kindred, I would have sensed it, but he's not. He's not quite all alive either. It's hard to describe.
I would probably be just in my experience. I would probably be careful about necessarily believing everything you see. We have toys and we don't know what their capabilities are. They have their own toys.
I mean,
Oh.
aren't vampires like undead anyhow? So that could be some of the feeling.
Maybe.
What I'm thinking right now is we came here with a mission to find Jessica's fetter. We know this son of a bitch is controlling her. We know where he is, where the fetter is, and we're right down the street.
Perhaps
Oh.
a daylight raid.
Hmm.
Little easier.
Would you like to go in all guns blazing, Eric?
I would. They have their toys, but so do we.
Oh. What did you have to say, Elias? I think I saw you about to make a comment.
Thinking logically. So let's think logically about this. We know where it is. We know who has it. We know what it looks like. In theory, we're supposedly getting a coffin in 2 weeks. We could prepare and jump him then. That would give us more time to be able to come up with some sort of solution to get the necklace off of him.
The element of surprise is what we have right now. And if we wait 2 weeks, God knows if he'll still have the amulet, or maybe he'll put it somewhere. We know where it is right now.
Are you sure you have the element of surprise, though? Who's to say they weren't?
Also, isn't your gun all the way up in Hollywood?
I brought a bigger gun. And with that, I'll take off my bag and I'll pull out the blackened staff that we got from the node, grasping it.
The hell is that?
That is one big shaft.
What does it do? Also, how do you fit that in your bag?
Magic.
Lord, we're going to be. I'm not even worried about the vampire up the road. I'm worried about you in a public space pulling something that should not fit in that bag out. Oh, good Lord, the little metal man is going to come back.
Listen, I've been experimenting with this for months now. It enhances my abilities beyond what I ever thought was capable. It is a focus of sorts, and with it, I can get Jessica's fetter right now.
Okay, well, I will be entirely honest. I am absolutely useless in this situation. I'm working with a phone, and that's like about it. I need a
Well,
laptop.
if you're as good as you say you are, Elias.
I need like a laptop, and I can't see spooky things.
Listen, I know it's been a while since we saw each other and we've just reconnected recently, but you come back, you're this big techno wizard hacker person, and the one time you hack something, you almost get us killed.
So you
So
want
sorry
me
if I don't trust in your abilities right now.
All right then. Well, if you wish to go get her fetter, go get her fetter.
Like, you'll back me up though, either way though, right? Like,
Oh, absolutely not. I'm
Okay.
going to sit here and enjoy my latte.
The fatter, the better. Am I right?
no.
Oh. I just figured, it'd be better if you had the fetter. So, I'm just trying to lighten the mood. Y'all are so serious.
Well, months now I have been chasing this bastard, and he's finally in my crosshairs. So excuse me if I'm not ready to just leave.
Well, then why not just snatch it from his neck?
That's what I'm proposing.
Well, I mean, you had your chance.
You're right. I did have my chance.
Listen, all I'm saying is our behavior in there was a little bit unusual. You know, perhaps they may have a little bit of an elevated sense of alertness at the moment. They may be, they may see us coming when we think we're being sneaky, and I feel like the chances of it going sideways are a little bit higher. Perhaps you would like to find out where this mortician sleeps and go find him alone rather than,
That's genius. Now that I'm thinking about it, if I was a vampire that ran a coffin shop, would I demo a bunch of coffins in the basement or just show them where I sleep? Those could have just been vampire beds. Just get it all in the basement. Think about it. It's genius.
That they could. That they could.
I'm going full like conspiracy theorist right now.
See though,
Well, if someone has a better plan, speak up. Now's the time.
I think we need more information first.
Such
That's-
as
We right now we have a surface level amount of knowledge of this place and the people running it. We assume this man is a vampire or at least affiliated with vampires. Although, your initial assessment seems to indicate that perhaps he's not a vampire but has some other weird situation going on. I don't know about you, Eric, but I'm not one to jump too much into the unknown involving dramatically risky, life-threatening situations. If you want to avenge your wife, which I would be happy to help with, I feel like we should do it the right way. She deserves that.
And Eric takes a deep breath and puts the staff back in his bag. How does it fit? I don't know. Well, I didn't say what kind of bag I had. It could have been a really big bag.
Could have been duffel bag.
Could have been duffel bag. No one stopped me.
I could get back to the chantry. It'd be a little safer for me to do research.
2 weeks is a long time to wait and too many possibilities and outcomes.
Well, we don't necessarily have to wait the full 2 weeks.
Exactly. We get enough information and then we hit him when he's least expecting it. I could at least get the schematics for the house and possibly take a look and see what sort of security he's fully working with.
It's actually a great point. We've been in there a couple of times now, Ree, and both times I kind of looked around. Did we see any security other than the intercom at the front gate?
No.
That's a good question.
Into
I have
people.
So I didn't see any security cameras or anything.
Alarms, chimes, window magnets, nothing? Really?
Nope.
Not the like the ATT or whatever sign in the front yard.
No.
Just a facade to
Fake
ward off
security
intruders.
cam.
Yeah.
Wonder if he doesn't use a full-on security because he uses the ghost.
Well, it'd be helpful for someone with some sort of spirit capabilities. Not myself. That is far outside my realm of expertise. I forgot, Eric. Are you proficient in navigating the spirit realm?
I am not. I
Alright.
believe we know someone who is, if I remember.
Well, I know you've been having some difficulty getting a hold of Bonnie. I believe that. You see, yes, Bonnie has the expertise in the spirit realm. I'm not always clear on what she does, but I believe that arcane art was more her realm. I think perhaps perhaps we should work on hailing her to learn more about this, or at least get her aid. As if there is some sort of spiritual protections, we'd be walking in blind without it.
And I believe when we're in Hollywood, I could just pop back into the chantry, do my research, and pop back out. I highly doubt that Terminator 3000 is going to show up at the chantry.
It's a Terminator 1000, but
Whatever, I never watched those movies.
Legally separate.
I suppose you're right.
give us more information to work with, and I don't know, maybe one of us will figure out how to like magically snatch it.
Very well. Let's head back to the hotel, regroup, and form a plan with the others.
Also, please let us get dinner. I'm starving.
And I suppose we could pick up some food along the way.
What is a Californian thing? I've never been here. What is quintessentially California?
Do
Mexican
you
food.
like burritos? Or Mexican food?
Don't
Mexican food.
know. I don't know if I've ever had it, but sure, let's try it.
You ever had? We're getting tacos. Is it Tuesday? Doesn't matter. We're getting tacos.
Okay.
So we'll
I'll
find
pay
the
full price for those tacos.
Yes, we'll go find the smallest, jitteriest looking taco cart you can find. Little hole in the wall somewhere. There's construction workers out the front. That's where the good
That's
food's
the place you
at.
want. If it looks like a franchise, don't go there.
Mhm.
So you are able to go and to find tacos and any other foods you wish to locate. Was there anything else you all wish to do this night?
No, I think we just head back to the hotel and wait for Bonnie and to.
Keep
Okay.
an eye out for any more metal men that may show up.
All right. All right. In that case, I think I am going to wrap up our session here tonight. So, so it looks like we're gonna have a little shorter session this time, but that's just cookie crumbles this time. You know, sorry, that's how it works. On the bright side, our young cabal managed to survive and learn some new secrets. So let's go ahead and have all these wonderful people tell you who they are and where you can find them across the wonderful interwebs. And we'll go backwards. So we'll start with Ari.
Hi, I'm Ari. I play Elias here. I play in a couple other shows. I'm over on the Gremlin Collective as well, where I'm a producer, storyteller, and occasional editor and the like. But you can find me on Twitter for as long as it remains standing at Small Shadow Stack. It's just possums. Like at this point, it's a possum emporium.
All right, it's good to have interest. Gwen, your turn.
Well, thank you for joining us, everybody. My name's Quinn. You can find me on the Twitters for as long as it lasts at QSellers or the Mercenary Storyteller. But yeah, I really wanted to blow up that entire estate using that staff. I don't know what powers it really holds, but we're going to find out.
I mean, still
I've been
have a
holding on to
chance.
that thing for like 5 episodes now. We're going to use it.
Still have a chance.
Last,
say die.
certainly not least, Monolith.
Oh yeah, I'm Sir Monolith at Sir Monolith on the Twitters, and yeah, just looking forward to see what comes up next time. Keep an eye out. I'll probably be causing trouble on Ree's channel again sometime.
All right. And with that, our Mage game has come to an end, and the night grows just a little bit darker. So please join us next week as we continue our story to see just where this attempt at saving a lost love goes.